All right, everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video and to stay tuned on in for the ticker symbols I have to share right after this chart analysis. A lot of people fall off on that part of the video because you're just looking for your chart analysis and you want to move forward, and I get it, but on the second part of this video, which is basically right after this chart analysis, is where the money's at. I talk about ticker symbols that have potential, ticker symbols that are consolidating or actually have ran up and you want to start watching them. And we also talk about the ticker symbols I brief on in the morning that give us anywhere between 10 to 20% per day, okay? So stay tuned for that information. So ZOM Stock, right? Zomedica. Zomedica has had some type of consolidation here when we look at it sideways here from these lows, and that's a terrible arrow, but right there from these lows of 113. If this breaks through 113, this is something that's going to get closer to $1, and if it falls below $1, things are getting very, very weak for this stock. But right now, even though consolidation is kind of there, it's still going downwards, and I've stated it before, this needs to stay above 133 and we're below it, okay? This is going to show strength if it can break through that and start pushing upwards and consolidate somewhere up here. Okay, we want it to consolidate somewhere up here, not down here. This is weakness. We want it up here somewhere. If it wants to consolidate up here, cool. But down here, very weak. So what are we going to look for, and what are we watching, and what are we going to do, right? So let's go ahead and look at our resistance levels and supports. And 133 needs to definitely be broken through for some strength, and 113, that's as far as we want to go low, and that's as far as we want to be from it, right? We want to push upwards away from it. We need to get as far as we can from it upwards from 113. We do not want to get closer to 113 or even closer to $1, okay? I want you guys to be aware of that. So the 50-day moving average is right here at this point, 127. Anything below that is bearish, anything above it is bullish. Now I want every single investor and viewer to be aware that once we actually break through that, it does not signify that the bulls have gained full control. They need to break through a resistance level, which we're going to talk about in just a moment. But our support right here is 122. We're sitting at 124. If 122 gets broken through, your next support's down here at 121. You want to watch this carefully how it reacts, because if these support levels are getting broken through, this could be pulling further away from the 50-day moving average in the downward direction. We want this to stay above these levels and continue upwards. Now the 50-day moving average again is 127. The bulls need to break through that, but once they accomplish that, the real resistance level is up here at 133, and I've talked about it already before. That's a very important support level in the past, right, based off the history of the chart, and 133 right there at that point is what the bulls need to break through. They need to go ahead and turn that into a support to pull upwards and reach newer highs. And that's where the rejection actually started. So that's a very important point moving forward. 133 needs to be broken through. As always, guys, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and smash that like button because it helps out the YouTube channel and it lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into these videos. Let's go ahead and jump into these other ticker symbols you do not want to miss. So the ticker symbol I would like for you guys to add to your watch list is a ticker symbol I've been talking about since March 27th. It started actually gaining momentum today. We're going to brief on it in just a moment, but what I want you guys to be aware of is what goes on over at the Discord. So today I briefed on 3 different stocks in the morning. This was one of them that performed the best, and it performed pretty well multiple times in the day. It was almost like printing money all day long. Now, the other one that performed decently was between 5 to 10%. This one gave us 10% to 20%. So let's go ahead and see here when I briefed on it. So basically I talked about it at 8:43, and I had stated it had round twice, and it's sitting sideways, one to watch going towards the opening bell, currently at $2. Volume is under 1 million. If it picks up volume, it's going to get moving again. 10x needs volume, so watch for a spike in volume, okay? And right towards the bell, it was already spiking and volume was booming. So let's go ahead and look at it. So I basically briefed on it right here around this point at $2. jumped up, pulled back, ran back up to 225, and it gave us right there about 20 plus cents, right? So that was a 10% gain in just a few minutes. Pulled back towards the bell, and volume exploded, right? It hit a low here of 204, and it ran up to 245. That was 20% in just another 30 minutes. So within an hour, there was 2 opportunities to maximize anywhere between 10 to 30% in just an hour of the day. That's how you start off the day if you're trying to learn how to become a swing trader, a day trader, and so forth. So very exciting to have seen this one perform that well. If this is something that interests you, you can join me and the other investors over at the Patreon. So the ticker symbol I would like for you guys to add to your watch list that actually started gaining volume, and it was kind of dead, right? Kind of sitting sideways, is FUBO, F-U-B-O, right? Let's go ahead and put this on the 30 minutes so we can kind of see it here. So basically, it had been sitting sideways. I talked about it back on March 27th. Let's go ahead and delete these so these don't get confusing here. And it had dipped pretty hard on the 26th. So the 27th was the weekend, and we can see here how I went ahead, mentioned it on the 27th. So you also gain access to the weekly watch list that I have if you want to join the Patreon, and then you gain access to the Discord. And I talked briefly about it. I wanted it to actually go below $20 if it could, but it was going to hit somewhere between $15 to $20. And it was sitting at $21.88 when I mentioned it, right around this area. So it ran up, came back down, right? And it hit a low here of 20 and some change, 2041, 2040 range, popped back up to 24, pulled back down, and every single dip here has been an opportunity to ride this one because analysis ratings are giving this one at least $30 on the low spectrum and all the way up to the 40s, right, in the upward direction. So this does have some upside potential, and it dipped back down again to 20. So if you missed it the first time and you felt like it ran too fast, there was another chance to watch it because anything around $20 is a steal. Anything below that is a home run. And today it picked up on volume. Why? Because of options trading, okay? Now I saw a lot of puts, some large orders in puts. I saw some in calls. But what really pushed it upwards was the volume in calls and the volume of buying pressure, okay? There was a lot of people buying today, and it hit a high here of $25. If you wanted to swing trade this real quick, instead of waiting for this to 2x or at least get, 50% return from 20 to 30, right? Get you $10 per share. That $5 per share jump right there is a 20% gain in just 2 days, right? Or if you started back here, since I briefed on it on the 27th, in just a week and a half. So these are the type of plays we look for over at the Patreon to maximize profits and minimize losses. So if you're looking to be part of a community that is looking to maximize profits, minimize losses, and you want to learn and grow, because I also have a series that's going to be included. I have the once a month videos and the weekly videos, depending on the tiers you join, for the stock market and emotional intelligence series. So that's another thing as well. But FUBO has a lot of potential, and one of the biggest things that makes FUBO TV interesting is not just their subscription service, but that they're looking to put betting incorporated into their platform for sports, right? Esports and stuff. And that's a big deal right now, as that legalization is continuing to go throughout from a taboo to a norm that you can go ahead and bet from your phone, your tablet, your TV, your applications, and so forth. So this is pretty exciting. There's a lot of room here. I look forward to seeing your thoughts on FUBO if you were watching it today, or what you think about it. As always, let's make some money, and thank you guys so much for watching.